Good day, friends. Today I'm going to talk about highlighting values of traditional medicine through molecular biology, which is phytomedicine. I'm MK Sangeetha, working as an assistant professor in the School of Life Sciences. My area of specialization is biochemistry and molecular biology. I have completed BSc in biochemistry, MSc biochemical technology, and PhD in biotechnology. I have research experience as a senior research fellow and junior research fellow in various DST, SERB, Ayush funded project, and I have joined here as an assistant professor in School of Life Sciences, and I've been working here for 10 years. I have publications in this same field, and my research work has been recognized by international and national funding agencies. So this is all about myself. Now we will get into the topic. Phytomedicine. Medicine from plant. It is scientifically called phytomedicine. We humans on this earth, we have well explored on the plants, terrestrial plants as well as ocean plants for its medicinal property. So today I'm going to talk about the best uses, practices, medicinal value of plants. So what is phytomedicine? Plants, like how animals have, they have primary metabolites and secondary metabolites. Primary metabolites that involves lipid, protein, nucleic acid, that we are not going to discuss about because that is a primary metabolite that doesn't have any medicinal property. We will be focusing on the secondary metabolites. So this secondary metabolites, they are array of compounds which are classified based on their chemical structures features, which includes glycosinate, glycosides, terpenes, alkaloids, flavonoids, tannins, and there is a big list. It goes on. So why phytomedicine? Why we have to get the medicine from the plants instead of getting it from the pharmacy? Why we are getting medicines from the plants? First one, they are accessible. We have plants growing around us. Each plant has some medicinal value. So plant phytomedicine are accessible. The second one is affordable. They are affordable, they are cheaper, they are growing all around us. The third reason is assured safety. Plants we have been using as a food, for flavoring, seasoning, and for many other purposes we are using. So the safety is assured in case of phytomedicine. So for this reason only people are focusing on phytomedicine. Accessible, affordable, and assured safety. A little statistical data about the phytomedicine. First, they are powerful ingredient. Yes, it is. Nearly, according to WHO, nearly 70% of Indian population, they depend on the alternative system of medicine that mainly includes phytomedicine. Then the Siddha medicine, physiotherapy, all these things comes next. Herbal drug, has been used in India for more than 4,000 years. And according to the statistical data, in the terrestrial plants, only 50% of the plants on the earth has been investigated properly using scientific tools. According to the recent data given by the WHO, 80% of the earth population, that not only includes Indian, the whole earth population depend on the plants to treat some disease and ailments. So these plants, of course they are medicinal, it has a medicinal value. People who practices, they will know the beneficial facts about the plant medicine. In that list, first comes Chinese, then Indians, then other region people are also familiar with the medicinal property of plants. And to our surprise, more than 25% of modern pharmaceutical drugs have been modified, extracted, identified from the plants. So this point has to be noted well. all modern pharmaceutical drugs, they will not be able to survive in the market for a longer period. And if small percentage is sustaining, in that small percentage also, if you see, the majority of the sustaining pharmaceutical drug will have the botanical origin. So it means that the plants based drug, or the drug that is derived from the plants, the safety is assured. So this slides will give you basic information about the compound and the plant of origin, and these compounds are being potentially used as a medicine. If you take the first one, acetyl digoxin, it is from the plant digitalis. Then we have epirin, colchicine, coidine, caffeine, berberin, and the list goes on. So this slide, you see ginseng. It has a mixture of compounds in the root that has been extracted, well explored by the Chinese medicine, and it has been used for more than 5,000 years. It increases the stress tolerance, and it speeds up the metabolism, and it is also proven to have an anti-carcinogenic effect. To be very specific, it modulates the central nervous system, and it stimulates. It also modulates the blood pressure, and so far there is no proven side effect for this plant. So the next plant is ginkgo. Again, this is a complex of phytochemicals. It has been shown to improve blood flow, memory, and it is a very good free radical scavenger, and a very mild side effect has been noted. When compared with their medicinal effect, the side effect is not a big deal. So this slide will show you garlic and onion. I don't have to mention so much about the garlic and onion. It is part of our cuisine, and these two plants are well being explored, and it has been well consumed, accepted by the people all over the world. So this the main medicinal compounds present in these two are based on the organosulfur, and it is shown to have all the medicinal property. You name it from A to Z, it has all the medicinal property. But if you consume in excess, it can be a toxic, because both the plants are plant part has been grown under the ground. So whatever plant material that is grown under the ground, they have more toxins present in them, and we have to know the proper use and the quantity to be used. So this is about green tea. Of course, they are rich in polyphenols, which again will reduce the oxidative stress build up in your body that is caused by various disorders and metabolic disorders in the body. Next comes the grapes. Definitely they have been well explored by the scientific as well as other peoples, basic researchers, cardiologists. Everyone likes this grape because it is known and proven to reduce heart diseases, and it is also effective against cholesterol. Next in our list is ginger, which is nothing but ginger. So many compounds have been identified in this plant material, and it is also scientifically proven for anti-tumor and so other various activities. Here comes another plant, digitalis. This plant is liked by so many people all over the world because it improves the cardiac efficiency. Next comes opium poppy. It is a morphine containing one, and it is very addictive. It is also having medicinal property. Next is a Perkwinkle, it is a common plant. The medicinal property is owed by the alkaloids and it is used to treat leukemia. The famous chemical Taxol that has been isolated from this plant, Taxus, it has been well proven for breast cancer, lung cancer and almost all type of cancer. This plant has a influence all over the world. This plant is Galicia officinalis. From this plant only the metformin is being identified, and this metformin is metformin has been consumed by the diabetic people. This metformin dominates the pharmacy. Here a picture is shown that has been traditionally used in India, especially in South India. It is a traditional practice technically called fumigation, and in Tamil it is called sambrani. So this is again a plant material that has been collected, and if it is fumigated, it has been proven to have antifungal, antimicrobial activity, and this activity has been prolonged for a week. This is a traditional practice practiced all over Tamil Nadu. This has a scientific value. So the one that is giving antifungal property, sambrani, that is from benzoin resin from the species Citrax, and fumigation agent that is produced on fumigating this material, it is also shown to absorb the moisture, which again prevents the microorganism to grow on the surface, and it will give you a good fragrance, as well as it is a very good sterilization property. If you take curcumin, lavanga, turmeric, commonly called turmeric, more number of patent and more number of research articles you can find it for this curcumin. Curcumin is a leading or well-known, well-proven, well-studied, well-explored phytomedicine. If you take curcumin, the molecular targets are mostly spanning around cancer. So cancer, you can divide it in different phases. One or multiple compounds work synergetically as well as a single molecule and works against the cancer. So in this slide you will see the targets one single compound called curcumin, which is an active ingredient in curcuma. One single compound has several targets. If you can count, you just see how many targets has been identified so far for the curcumin. If you link the targets with the disease, most of that is related to cancer, and few of them are related to inflammatory responses, and few others are neurodegenerative. So I would call curcumin is the king of phytomedicine. In this slide you can see a HPLC fingerprint of a herb. So all these colorful bands corresponds to one particular phytochemical present in the plant. Plant they produce numerous pigments. Apart from the pigments, they will also produce colorless flavonoids, tannins, and other things are also be produced. So I've showed this how the chemicals present in the plant will look like under UV. So this is so very colorful. How the plants are colorful, the same way the compounds present in the plants are also colorful, and the compounds present in the plant, each and every chemical present in the plant corresponds to at least one medicinal property. Okay, so far we have discussed about the better side of the phytomedicine. Now it's time for us to look at the other side of the phytomedicine. Standardization is a big issue in case of phytomedicine. It is not like the regular chemical synthetic based pharmaceutical compound. This phytomedicine is so very reactive they change their nature, they change their chemical structure, and they very well react with the environment. So, and moreover, the collection of the plant, time of collection of the plant, the extraction procedure, all these things will change the medicinal property of the phytochemicals. So standardization is a big challenge in case of phytomedicine. Next comes the nomenclature. Chemical constituents may vary, and the mixtures, if it is not standardized properly, it will not have the particular medicinal value. And there is a lacuna in GMP, good manufacturing practice. And sometimes, since plants are a living biological system, the compounds that is produced, secreted or synthesized inside the plant may again go for a second set of metabolism in a in vitro condition. So it is difficult to identify the exact ingredient or the isoforms of a phytomedicine present in the plant. And sometimes you may be very successful in collecting the plant, but the way you have collected, how you have processed, if there is a change in that, the active ingredient will be lost. Physically plant will be there, you can get the extract, but the real active ingredients must have been lost. Then contamination. We have seen so many plants looks same. So the contamination, known contamination, unknown contamination can also exist, that again can affect the medicinal property. The last one is adulteration, which has been done voluntarily. We know that pepper is known for all cold, allergic things and all. And pepper is very well adulterated with papaya seeds. If you look into the papaya seeds and pepper, both will look very similar. But papaya seeds are toxic, pepper is having a medicinal value. So if you consume a sample, assuming that it is a pepper, but it has been adulterated with the papaya, instead of getting yourself cured, you are getting yourself toxicated. There is a term called a golden triangle that is quite famous, which involves a golden triangle. That means a traditional medicine which is being proven with the tools of modern science can give a better modern medicine. So it is a golden triangle. In order to get the best modern medicine, you have to use your traditional knowledge, you have to test the traditional knowledge through modern science tools, then we can come up with a very potential modern medicine. So this is what the golden triangle means. So in this way we can discover a cheaper yet affordable and safe medicine. So this slide will give you the overall methodology that has been followed to develop a drug based on the traditional knowledge using modern scientific tool. So we'll start from the top of the slide and we will move down to the bottom of the slide. The first is a survey of traditional remedies. We have to have a good collection of traditional knowledges, traditional practices. Then based on that survey, we can choose couple of plants. Then we can go for the identification, authentication and collection of the plant material in larger quantity can be done. On the left side, there is a traditional formulation method. The same based on the same traditional knowledge, you can make a formulation and you can give it for a clinical trial. So in the clinical trial, we can study the effectiveness of the drug. We can use analytical standards, we can analyze on the safety aspect, then we can modernize the technology. New dosage forms can be brought out by this method. So this is one way. On the right side, we can go for a related species. Then we can perform the extraction, biological screening using in vivo, in vitro, ex vivo models and all. Then we will end up with identifying an active compound. From that active compound, we can further analyze a specific mechanism of action, drug targets and all. We can identify by using bioassay, linked fractionation, active compound characterization, and so many methods can be used, and further we can perform pharmacological experiment, we can assess the toxicity, and then we can go for clinical pharmacology, then finally ending up in clinical trials. Once a clinical trial has been successful, then we can think about commercializing the production method, then finally the last step is marketing. So if you find a drug which is of traditional origin and which is scientifically proven using the modern latest advanced technology and tools, people will be very well be convinced with this traditional medicine or so-called phytomedicine. So the intention of this whole PPT is to make us realize the value of traditional medicine. We have a very good wealth knowledge on the traditional medicines, phytomedicines. If we could identify such methods, knowledge, and we can explore, study, prove it using tools and knowledges, we can definitely come up with a more effective, affordable, safe drug from the plants. So with this, I conclude my lecture. If you have any questions, you can contact me. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for your involvement and interest. Thank you all.